Hello and welcome once again to Pondering the Proverbs. I'm your host, Pastor Beata. Today we are on day 9, chapter 9 of Proverbs. I hope you've enjoyed our time together so far. I know that some of you may be questioning why there's such a long pause after I ask a question. But the truth is that I want to give you an actual opportunity to think about what your answer might be to these questions before we move on to the next one. If I just sat here and read off the questions rapid fire, it wouldn't give you a chance to think, or cogitate, or ponder. Do you pray before meals? Do you pray if you're in a big group or only if you're by yourself? Do you pray in public before a meal? Do you pray at Thanksgiving before a meal? In our chapter today, we are asked to consider wisdom's feast, what it might look like, who would be invited, and even what you might eat. What do you think is at the heavenly banquet that we reference during communion? Is it the same thing as you might find at wisdom's feast? A reading from the book of Proverbs, chapter 9. Wisdom has built her house. She has hewn her 7 pillars. She has slaughtered her animals. She has mixed her wine. She has also set her table. She has sent out her servant girls. She calls from the highest places in the town. You that are simple, turn in here. To those without sense she says, come, eat of my bread, and drink of the wine I have mixed. Lay aside immaturity, and live and walk in the ways of insight. Whoever corrects a scoffer wins abuse. Whoever rebukes the wicked gets hurt. The scoffer who is rebuked will only hate you. The wise, when rebuked, will love you. Give instruction to the wise, and they will become wiser still. Teach the righteous, and they will gain in learning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is insight. For by me your days will be multiplied, and years will be added to your life. If you are wise for yourself. If you scoff, you alone will bear it. The foolish woman is loud. She is ignorant and knows nothing. She sits at the door of her house on a seat at the high places of the town, calling to those who pass by, who are going straight on their way. You who are simple, turn in here. And to those without sense she says, stolen water is sweet, and the bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But they do not know that the dead are there, that her guests are in the depths of Sheol. Holy wisdom, holy word. You who are simple, turn in here. Who says this? Okay, so our first question today is a trick question. Both wisdom and the foolish woman say, you who are simple, turn in here. Verbatim, depending on the version you're using. What differs is what they offer those without sense. Wisdom says to come in and eat and drink, but also lay aside immaturity and walk in the way of insight. A solid invitation, but much like that of Christ to us in regards to salvation, it's not necessarily a free invitation. Come feast. It is freely given. It is open to all, as the debt has been paid. But how do you lay aside immaturity? How do you walk in the way of insight? We are told that if you rebuke someone who is wise, they will love you, but a scoffer will only hate you. Why do you think people who already know, or might suspect, they are doing wrong, respond poorly to criticism? How can you respond in a Christ-like way to criticism or rebuke? We've heard it a few times already in Proverbs. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And I want to reassure you that fearing the Lord is not about cowering on your knees before the Almighty. Fearing the Lord means something rather different, but it is open to interpretation at the same time. What does the fear of the Lord mean to you? Have you ever been in a situation where you knew you were right, and yet someone kept telling you, nope, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong? How did it resolve? Did you feel the need to prove you were right? Did it even matter? What happened next? What's your story? Please join me in a word of prayer. Oh God, you invite us to join in your feast. As we remember that the body and blood have been given for us, we know that although the gift is freely given, we must respond with that which is a costly grace. May we continue to walk in the ways of insight and live without immaturity. May you help us to do so. In your Son's name, Amen. Thank you for tuning in for day 9 of Pondering the Proverbs. I hope that if you enjoyed this particular video, you'll go ahead and give it a like. If you thought the questions were good, go ahead and share them with a friend, family member, or neighbor, someone you would love to talk with these about. And don't forget to leave a comment down below. And as ever, God be with you till we meet again. Go in peace. Bye-bye.